What up? So, this is indeed Fuck Logic's day of presentation. So, yeah, right. So essentially, we're gonna be kind of seeing what she's gonna teach us today, and I was gonna have this huge cardboard upon our presentation, but I only got the basics for them. So we're gonna be filling it out as we go. See if I could see it. What? I guess we could see it on one screen. I'm dual screening right here. I'm recording on this side and that side. So we got the numbers 3, 6, and 9, right? Perfect. Okay. 3, 6, and 9. What do these numbers mean? How do they tie in with us spiritually, economically, socially, etc.? Divinely. Alright. Vortex math states that these three numbers have an interesting way of reacting, and synchronicity gives these three numbers a megalith power, curious interaction with these three numbers. But here's the adoption of fuck logic. And what I mean by that is that essentially fuck logic wants to clarify that 369, although complete, is incomplete because its completion comes from two aspects, being the 3 right there and the 9. So essentially, those two numbers alongside with the 6 in the middle give it completion, right? So to begin to understand and comprehend and evaluate these three numbers, how they work, you must begin to understand the simple basics of math, function, and numerology. Math function, you add 3 to 6, you get a 9, right? Okay, simple enough. You multiply 3 by 6, you get a 9. No, you get 2 9s, but according to numerology, you add the digits of any number sequence down to its single digit, and there you get its actual value. So you add 3 to 6, that equals 9. 9 plus 9 equals 18, plus 1 and 8, that's 9. So 369 essentially is the completion of the Divinity code. okay? Because in numerology, 9 ends all numbers in its database sequence. They don't really count 0 because 0 is nothing and everything, okay? 0 essentially is 1 and 9. You add 1 to 9, you get a 10. That's the only time you get a 0, is when you have one number plus a 9, okay? So essentially 9 has an interesting aspect to it that we just noticed due to the explanation of numerology. Anything you add to 9 equals itself, right? So 3 and 6 by itself would also indicate a complete sequence of this code, because 9 doesn't exist. It does, but it's magic, yo. We've noticed, due to numerology, 9's magical properties, but I'm gonna go further into detail and add numerology to etymology. Henceforth, we have fuck logic, because numerology tries to incorporate the letters with the numbers, but in all actuality, it's not part of numerology per se, the numbers with the letters sequence, okay? If we were to add these numbers by their actual pronounced and written down lettering value, basically their word value, if we were to add the letters of each number's word value, you don't get what the representation of their number symbol is. So that's why fuck logic comes into play. That's where she does her thing, okay? So what about that 3 over there? Exactly what I mean, okay? This code, 369 code by Nikola Tesla, was indeed stated as a sequence of 3, right? If you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in vibrations, frequency, and energy. Energy being light, right? So, why then add a 4th number? Because it's a 3, okay? 369 doesn't equal 3. It equals 9. That's why it's complete, but it's incomplete, because Nikola Tesla did state, think in terms of numbers of 3, 6, and 9, right? Think in the numbers 3, 6, and 9, and you'll get the secrets of the universe. Adding a 3 just solidifies its completeness, its whole trinity, even though we have an extra number to symbolize that. And again, I'm not taking credits for any of this, because righteously speaking, this sequence was freely and divinely given to all of us. So major shout outs to our metaphysicist that is now, MIA. He's RIP. But yeah, we could not have gone this far without the help of Tesla. And it's only the beginning, okay? We're only on 3. We still gotta go to 6 and 9. So, that being said, I know it's hella awkward writing on cardboard and whatnot, but hey, when you got resources like these, you take advantage of it, right? You wouldn't throw away your boxes if you found another use for them, and I have another use. For the time being, we have these numbers. Okay. Numbers, now we need letters. What color should I choose? Where is the rest of my... There we go. I'm kind of thinking something bright enough to see, but in different color than the other we already have here. Green. Yeah, green would be perfect. Okay. So, jot down real quick these letters. Let's see here. Okay. We have 3 being a C. We have 6 being an F. And 9, the mystifying I. Okay. I know you can't see it just yet, but okay. Maybe I should find a better way to set this up, no? That's why I don't usually use cardboard. So we all got the the 3693. Thus I'm gonna put it hanging like so. Just keep in mind that this is 3693, okay? Because that's the current philosophy we're going to be learning today on our lesson. Right, so CFI. See if I can clarify what I mean. Right? Okay, right here. Should I? Okay, so if we keep going in the alphabet by letters of 3, what do we get next, right? Well, after I, we had 3, we get an L, right? I mean, I already know all this, but taking it slow so y'all can understand and follow the good flow of the sequence of 3s. We got an L, okay? Add 3 more, we get 15. We have an O, right? Add 3 more, you get 18. 18 being an interesting anomaly. We could have an R, okay? So, we add 3 more, what do we get? 21, which would be U, as in the letter U. I guess you could say it's a U by our conditioning of pronunciation, but U is a bit erroneous. Why do I say that? Because according to fuck logic, this is u. You know, it's like u, but usually when we think u, we think double O's, right? And actually, it's not entirely wrong, because u is the pronunciation in Spanish for the U. 2 O's actually does equals or U. Like, puts that thing back where it came from, or so help me, right? So, U, not you, okay? U is 1, it's spelled differently. 2, it's pronounced differently. It has, in certain aspects, a different value when you say you, okay? Our vowel sets is A, E, I, O, U, right? Kind of interesting, because the I is always in the middle. So, after U, we add 3 more, we get sorry, my mind is going right now. X, right? Yep. 21 plus 3 equals 24. So you get X. Thus, closing our sequence, right? Because we only have 26 letters in the English alphabet. And that's actually quite an interesting schematic to have 26 letters and be missing the final. Like, if we had 27 letters, we would have another symbol right here. But since we don't have 27 letters in the English alphabet, it's blank, right? As a matter of fact, it's available for entry, okay? We could put a dash. As a matter of fact, that's the value I'm gonna give our 27th letter. You know, a dash or an underscore, it's the same thing. Okay. Negative. Okay, so quite an interesting arrangement here. I kind of want to outline these letters with a different color so they kind of stand out. Should I use red? Yeah, well, let's use red. No, let's use pink. Nobody uses pink, you know? I'm not in any way, shape, or whatever sexist. So I have no issues using the color. I'm not homosexual either. For those who are already giggling and saying, haha, he's using pink. So, should we just put down the values, or should we put them on the other side? No, we'll just put them down here. We will use this time we'll use black. Simple, you know, standard black. Okay. 27. We got 24. My 4 is very sloppy. There's like a little indentation. I'm not sure how this box ended up bent that way, but it kind of messed up my. I mean, I already have sloppy writing as it is, and having that indentation made it that much worse. So, quite understandable. Let me move this a little bit forward like that. Okay, so then we have 18, and I'm sorry, it's very what's it called? It's very ill-mannered to be showing my back to you guys, but for the sake of science and, you know, mastery of these letters and sequence, I must give you guys my backside a little bit. Right. Turn the other cheek. So we have 12, we have 9, we have 6, and we got 3, right? Okay. So far so good. Okay. Now we gotta add these up and see where they stack, because they are indeed of a different, you know, I guess you could say terminology of values. So we got to do the outline over here. Essentially, I should be speaking and I forget to do it, but we're gonna add 1 and 2 equals 3, 1 and 5 equals 6, 1 and 8 equals 9, 2 and 1 equals 3 again. 2 and 4 equals 6. 2 and 7 equals 9. Perfect, right? The I specifically write them as lowercase because that is the correct term and use for it. Even when I write my sentence, I ate an apple, I use lowercase because lowercase actually has more energy. Okay. Quite a misconception. Just because when we capitalize our letters, we tend to make them stand out by being bigger than the lowercase. But lowercase actually has more to it, you know? It has more female energy. So my I, right? So let's begin the explanation. What do we see here as far as the number sequence, right? It repeats itself. Something that not that many numbers can do so consecutively, per se. Right? Not too many numbers can repeat themselves 3 times in a row over and over again. Of course, if we had a bigger alphabet, these 3 numbers would just keep reappearing and we would have more letters. But we actually gave one to anyways, quite interesting. 369, 369, 369. There's no perversion of its code versus let's write it down right here. Let's do a quick sequence of what should I do? Should I do sequence of 2s? Nah. 4, right? Let's do a sequence of 4. We got 4, 8. This is basically multiplication. So since my handy dandy trusty notebook of Fuck Logic has the multiplication chart, I'm gonna write these down real quick. It's not that I don't know how to multiply, it's the fact that I have too much going on in my head right now, and thus we have an easier time using, hold on one second, whoops, 4. See, I already messed up. Okay, but showing you guys the point of which I'm trying to make. I have too many numbers in my head at the current moment. If y'all can see that, yes, I'm using 2 accounts to live stream in case one just DCs. Okay, right there, the 24, where I messed up on, I was already adding it in my head and I got a 6. So instead of 26, it's supposed to be 24. Okay, we add 1 and 2, we get a 3. We add 1 and 6, we get a 7. 2 and 0, 2. 2 and 4, 6. Actually, very interesting. Let's add a few more. because we've already spotted something that you just don't see every day, right? Okay, so 24, 28, 30, 32. Interesting. Rather interesting, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, true. My bad. And 36. Thus bringing us a completion of the multiples of 4. 40. Okay. Oh, man. I didn't want that to happen. Okay, so what's going on here, right? You have the multiples of 4, and somehow you have the 369 code in there, okay? Just gonna quick highlight where it pops up. Okay. So 369, 12, 24, and 36. Okay. 36, 3 and 6 equals 9. How strange is that? Because all the other numbers, they don't really sequence the way that these 3 numbers do. And regardless of how many numbers we're multiplying, if you're multiplying 3 consecutive numbers to a single fixed, if you have a single fixed digit that you're multiplying by, and you multiply 3 consecutively, you come across a 3, a 6, or 9, right? With other multiples, with other numbers, basically you get a random digit per se. Because with the 5s, let's do the 5s real quick, right? Let's just kind of do them in our head, or write it down on a notebook if you guys have scratch paper or whatever. So we got 5, 10, 15, there's a 6, 20, 25, 30. 3. That's interesting. So our sequence is actually going backwards here, right? 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so we got 15, 30, and 45. 45 equals 9, right? Oh, lucky me. Lucky me. Lucky. It's no mistake that this composition notebook had in mind the genius that you and I need. This notebook, instead of the regular 10 set of multiplication chart, we have 12, all right? This is a 12 by 12. Wow. Amazing. I've had many notebooks, and tons of them go to 10. I've had several that had 12, but obviously nobody pays attention to the multiplication chart too often, because we learn these and we forget about it. Wow. I mean, if you multiply 12 times 12, you get 144. Kind of funny how in the book of Revelation, 144 is a very, distinct number that is mentioned in that book of the Bible. So that's a different topic, but quite interesting. I actually haven't seen that yet. Very erroneous. You don't understand what I mean? 12 times 12 is the only digit that doesn't equal 3. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is the first time I ever realized that. 144 is the result of our equation 12 times 12, right? And from the multiplication chart, let's go real quick through the 3s, 6, and 9. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So the 369 under the 3s is just oscillating, just repetition, basically. Because after 12, you would get 39. Hold up. 39. 39. Yeah. It's just oscillating. It's just basically spiraling onwards. So let's go through the 6 real quick. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, my bad, 42, 48, 54. What happened? It reversed, right? Essentially, the mechanism of these multiples reversed. It went backwards. Instead of continuing the cycle of 369, it went backwards. Wow. How interesting. You don't see that every day. Like, no joke. Okay, so excuse me. Right. I'm just gonna quick highlight the occurrence of 3, 6, and 9, 12, 36. Hold up. What's going on? Rather interesting, actually. You don't suppose. See, cause hold up. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll just do that. So the reason why I got a bit stuck was because I'm going by every 3, right? So every 3 multiples of 6, you will get in order 18, 36, 54, 72. Kind of weird, don't you think? You have 9 in all 3 or 4 digits of skipping 3 with the 6, right? But here's the funny thing, because notice, where's the 6? Right there. Notice how the first time I skipped 1 number and then I skipped 2, right? Okay, so for those of y'all watching this video, I would suggest hopping onto this account right here. I'm actually live streaming on it right now. Watch. Interesting. It doesn't show up. Huh, that's weird. But I'm live streaming on both. Anyways, coming back to the topic. Okay, so what's going on here, right? Because we get 9 every single time after we start multiplying by 3s alone, or by 3, 6, 9. And obviously the number before 1, which would be its alternating distance, would be a 0. You don't have a 6. Yeah, because the number line is basically 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And from 0 we get -1, -2, etc. But we don't hit -1 yet. We have 0. And anything you multiply by 0, you get 0. How can you get how can you what is it? How can you multiply 2 cookies if you have 0 cookies, right? I'm Siri. So it actually starts 0, 18, 36, 54, 72. But how interesting is it that we have pure 9 numbers, right? Okay, so here's where I'm going to show you something very interesting. Essentially, we're just cubing the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Okay, so y'all understand exactly what I'm doing. In an easier way to say multiples of 3. Yep. I knew that was gonna happen. Look at this. Okay, so we have the 3 now. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 9, 27. 3 times 12, 36. So what do we get? 9s only. Okay, the magic of 9. How interesting. So what's going on here? Okay, if y'all don't already know this, it's very
essential detail as to what's happening with the 9 and what can we do about it, what can we use it for. Essentially, 9 doesn't exist. That's why its actual symbol is just an upside down 6. But to get a 9, you add 3 to 6. I can't remember where I've read this, but I remember coming across an article that stated something about having only 8 numbers, and the 9, it don't exist. It's a figment of our imagination. Kind of adds up. And then all the numbers after 9 essentially they are what's the word? They're all illusions, because they end up going back to the sets of 1 through 9, right? It's very interesting. But 9, there's so much magic to it, because essentially anything that adds up to 9 is divisible by 9. Feel me? What I mean is, let's get the number 333, right? We add them up, that equals 9. Right? Hold up. Wait a minute. Pump your brakes and just watch this real quick for a minute. Any digit or number, whatever, and here's something where I'm gonna entertain the ego a little bit. I've discovered a magical property of 9, which is rather mystifying, but nonetheless very valid. Point being is, anything that adds up to 9 is divisible by 9. Okay? Okay, we got 333, right? What do we put under dividing 333? You would be 3, right? 3. 7. And then you get 6. No, hold up. I'm tripping here. Yeah, you got 6. What the hell just happened? That's never happened before. Hold up. What the fuck? 63, that's 7. I've never seen that. That's interesting. Something changed because I used to divide everything. Oh, that's what fucking changed. 333. What the fuck is going on? Hold up. Yeah, that's the only thing that. Shit. Calculator. That's why. That's why you use calculators, right? $37. How interesting. It's bizarre. How interesting. Oh, my bad. I'm all tripping out here. Okay, so I was kind of going ahead of myself, and I was, for some odd reason, I was thinking about the ending result, but essentially, yes. Okay, so 333, it adds up to 9, and it's divisible by 9. Okay, any digit, no matter how long, how short, if it adds up to 9, it's divisible by 9. Oddly enough, not every number can do this. Obviously, we can see why the 2's couldn't manifest this same algorithm, because essentially that's what it is, an algorithm, right? If any digit adds up to 2, chances are could be divisible by 2. But what if it's an odd number? Then obviously you're gonna get either decimal or remainder, right? It doesn't perfectly divide by numbers. So just to switch it up real quick, let's get another number that adds up to 9 so we can illustrate this once again, right? So we have 7, 11. Rather simple. Divided by 9. Right here we would put a 7, right? 63. Excuse me. Damn. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah. 81 and 9. Alright. So we get 79 from 7-Eleven. Thus, bringing you fuck logic's algorithm. Okay. That's the name that I'm gonna adopt it. Anything that adds up to 9 is divisible by 9. AKA fuck logic's algorithm. And it's only the beginning. That's one of her many enlightening what do you call these? Full disclosure. And let's think of another number. It'd be a lot easier if someone was on the stream and be like, let me check if anybody's on the stream, because you never know. And I forgot, I do need to leave it on there like that. Oh, okay, true. So, oh, my bad. Something I forgot to mention earlier. Times. Okay. It's now, of course, Saturday, but yesterday when we started, it was Friday, right? And according to Fuck Logic, yesterday was a perfect day to start the 369 code, and she chose it because Fridays are Fuck Logic's segment. So whatever I put on Purple Pill any Friday, she dictates. Well, I mean, dictates, but yeah, because dictate sounds kind of screwed and fucked, but no, not necessarily. Words have no meaning, you know. Soul has something interesting to offer. Spirit is what matters. Okay, so Fuck Logic, Fridays. Yesterday was May 11, right? Okay, so May 11, we have 5, 11, 2018. And you have to write it out like that. The 2018. Not just, 18. Because 18 would fuck up what I'm trying to clarify here. Okay? So we add 5 and 11. We got 16. You add that to 218, but for the sake of argument, let's add the 2 and the 18 to make it simpler. 2 and 18 equals 20. Add 16 to 20, you get 36. Wow. Quite interesting, right? You don't see that every day, or every week for that matter. Next week, we're not gonna get a 9 like we just did for this week. And if you guys didn't notice, I'm not sure if you guys were able to catch it or not, but I did start exactly at 11:55. Why did I start 5 minutes before the day ended? Because it was still Fuck Logic's day, right? Although the upload date in the description might be shifted, because I don't know if YouTube states the upload date being when the stream started, or if they're gonna jot it down as when the stream ends. So we're gonna see that after I end the video, and hopefully it shows it as yesterday, because I did start 5 minutes before 12, so don't screw me over, YouTube. Anyways, actually, as a matter of fact, we can calculate by the time that's already taken. Yeah, by the time it's already we've already started. Whoopsies. There we go. So 12:55, and that one over there on that side. Basically, on the small screen where we see Cora Reyes, my one of my YouTube accounts, we see it as 60. There we go. completely an hour ago we started. So point proven that we started at 11:55. So why 11:55? Because you add 11 to 55, you get 66. Thus proving fuck logic's point on 3, 6, 9, 3. Okay? Because 66, you know, if you go through the process of numerology, you get a 3. That's why she chose to allow our beginning on 3. Because 3 is completion. But ironically, in our letters, it's contradicting, okay? Because a C is not complete, an O is, right? But an O equals 6. So, incongruent to 369 and fuck logic, we have a weird anomaly here. We have, that's all I can say. It's a weird anomaly. Because 3 is completion. That's why we have sets of 3 working conversely. But ironically, 3 is a C and the O is a complete circle, right? A C is just half a circle, or however much however much space you guys leave open, but essentially it's an incomplete O. You guys know where we got the O? Apparently, English alphabet, we got the O from the Greek alphabet, and this is the funny part, because it's completely bullshit, right? What I mean is, they state that the O we got from the Greek alphabet, from their letter called Omega. That's what they taught me. They taught me that we adopted our O from the Greek alphabet, Omega. But Omega doesn't look anything like that. Omega. Let me see if I could find it in here real quick. It might be, it might not be. Oh, it is not. How sad. Okay, so we can do a quick search, but I'm completely lazy to doing so. Thus, we just waste some time in seeing what I could use, because I'm not very good at drawing the Omega symbol, but I guess I have no choice, right? Let's see what we can do. How was it? As far as I can remember, it's something like that, right? I know it's very simple. It's very actually very very different. I'm sure it looks a shit ton better than my my rendition of it. But essentially, omega it looks similar to that, and nothing like the complete O that we have for our alphabet. But O, it is complete in symmetry. It's complete in its, you know, in its display per se. Funny though that we have it in the 6th position, right? And actually, it's in the middle. It's in the middle. Look, because we have 4 oscillating numbers going upwards from the O, and we have 4 going down if we take into account our dash or underscore. So it's in the middle. How interesting. Who knew? Cool. I'm liking it because since I write my eyes like this, I like the fact that the O is in the middle like that. The I though, rather magnificent anomaly. Okay. The I is number 9. So I equals CF, I equals CO, right? To coexist, coincidence, co-fusion, co-op, co-op, co-op multi-screen or co-op, as in first-person shooter, basically. Cooperation is essentially what that derives from. So rather interesting. CX also equals I, right? Essentially, it's basically adding 3 to anything else that adds to 6. But let me show you guys something very interesting. Right? You get a weird anomaly according to fuck logic with this sequence code and the alphabet. Let me see if I have my other notebook to show you guys explicitly what I mean on, because I jotted down long ago but haven't really transferred it over to fuck logic, even though it's her code to begin with. But what is it? Yeah, should be perfect. Okay. So perfect. Keep in mind that my notes have gone through a lot. I mean, legitly speaking, I shouldn't even open this. I should just toss it and get rid of it because it got wet. Just opening it made my mouth dry. So, sadly, oh, wow, interesting. Yeah, my notes did get pretty fucked due to the rain. But this is all still here. Okay, so the I, its pronunciation is erroneous though, okay? Just wanted to clarify. Don't call it an I. because essentially you're adding a to I, E, right? A, E. Why do we pronounce I, A, E? Two completely different vowels, and ironically it adds up if you think about it. Okay, so essentially starting from 3, right? Actually, hold up. Now I'm kind of interested in seeing something interesting. 2 times 2 times 2. Interesting. 4 times 4 times 4. Interesting. Hold up. This is just real quick, because I just got a fix for. Wow, how interesting. Okay, so indeed, I actually just realized there's something else going on here in our determination of the I guess you could say, our algorithm. Okay, so basically cubing the 3, 6, and 9 numbers, you always get a 9, right? Because you multiply 3 by 3. Oh, not cubing. Well, I mean cubing. Okay, here's the thing y'all gotta understand about my interpretations of cubing, because cubing for me, it's not it's not exactly for a four-sided object, as okay, so basically when I mean cubing, I mean having 3 of these digits and we add them. Okay, basically we're just multiplying by 3. So anything from the top to bottom here, all these letters, we end up getting 9 if we add them 3 times in a row. Thus, according to fuck logic, they are considered perfect little cubes. So we got C, whoopsies. We got C 3 times. We got F 3 times. We got I 3 times. We got L 3 times. We got O 3 times. We got R 3 times. We got U. Whoopsies. U 3 times. Or shall I say, ooh. And we got X 3 times. They all equal 9. So 9 times 3. Essentially, we're having kind of a backtrack and a reiteration of the 369 code, but we have an interesting arrangement per se. And what I kind of want to clarify is this. Okay, for those of you that are scared of spiritual entities, y'all just stepped in the wrong video. So it benefits you to pull through and see what's in store, but y'all probably already went ahead and added 2 and 2 together, right? Basically, I'm gonna show y'all something interesting, okay? Rearranging these letters, since they all equal 9 if you have them cubed in my philosophy or fuck logic philosophy, you get dun 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 dun. Okay, so I showed on both videos. Okay, Lucif or X. Lucif or X. Of course, we could rearrange this. We could even get rid of the dash. We could put Lucifer or Lucif Orcs. Yeah. So basically, a Lucifer. What does that mean, right? Well, an orc, O-R-K, is like a rock, at least to my knowledge, to my perceiving. It's essentially simply put, a stone, right? So Lucifer basically is a shining stone, or a burning stone, like a comet, or the sun, or molten lava. Lucifer. So interestingly enough, we have quite a revelation with Lucifer, and it's not Lucifer with the E, it's Lucifer, because Lucifer is the correct spelling of it, so it has to be the correct pronunciation. That's exactly what led me to discover everything and anything that's of use for current day philosophy of manifesting new realities. Okay, check this out. Do you guys ever wonder where mankind decides to have its its dialect from, right? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, because here, I'm just gonna show you real quick. Okay, the triple X. You guys ever wonder why pornography is referred to triple X or XXX, right? If y'all wanna find some porn, it's way too easy. Why? Because it's 3 X's. Why the why do 3 X's equal I, and 3 X's is a representation of pornography? Why did they adopt it as pornography? If you haven't realized this yet, pray to Lucifer. Lucifer will help you. Okay. Your prayers have been heard. Okay. The reason why they adopted the XXX, one, it can mean anything, right? That's why they put it down like that. So when kids ask, "Oh, what's those 3 X's?" Like you could give any explanation. But if kids sees, like on the stand, or the little magazine stand, it's like, what's pornography? But there's no way around it. You'd have to tell them what pornography is. So XXX is an interesting adoption to the word pornography, but it's not done, what's the word? Unintentionally. Okay, here's the major coincidence. I equals 9. 3 X's, meaning 24 plus 24 plus 24 equals 9, right? We could do this 2 ways. We could either add, oh my God. You don't say, right? Okay, so here's where this oscillating number has its rather interesting aspects. Because first, to illustrate, the triple X anomaly, I add the 2 digits of the 24s before adding them down, and you get 666. 3 6s. You add the 3 6s together, you get 18, which equals 9. Point proven. Triple X does equal 9. What about adding the 24s together? Okay, so 24, that would be 3, 70, no way, 2, 72, okay. So you get 72. 7 and 2 equal 9. How interesting. You could say 72 is not entirely wrong in perceiving as 2 7s. So 72, according to fuck logic, equals 5. What the fuck? No, yeah, I mean, because sometimes she gets her numbers, and instead of, you know, using the numerology route, she goes a different route and multiplies instead of adding, or raises up an exponent. So essentially it's saying we got 2 7s, right? We have 2 7s, that equals 14, and 1 and 4 equal 5, right? So essentially triple X it kind of has a tone to it, right? It has a catchy tone. According to fuck logic, equals 666. It also equals 2 7s, which equals 5. Yeah. Fuck logic has a way with words and interpretation, but hey, I wouldn't mistake her her entries per se. Don't underestimate fuck logic is basically what I'm saying, because she can do as she pleases. She doesn't have to follow the numerology, because essentially she's only part numerology, right? She reveals us interesting things using numerology and letters, but she also reveals us even more so interesting things due to her own sequence and codes. Okay, so if you have 2 7s, which equals the same thing as 666, what's missing, right? What's missing in interpretation of current day society saying 666 versus what? 777, right? So essentially 666 is just short 17. That's what fuck logic is allowing you to perceive, if you can see what I mean or what she means. Okay, I'm not too good with words, but she's very good with her doing her thing. And I got mad love for the kid. She has a lot to teach in so little time. But yeah, we got Lucifer, we got Fox. There we go, Fox. That's what I wanted to illustrate as well. Fox. You sly fox. So Fox News, right? Welcome to Fuck Logic's interpretation of those friendly people at Fox, right? There's a big reason why the 666 is such a big issue, okay? Because essentially, oscillating numbers, 6 adds to 6, and you add it again, you basically get a 9, right? But taking the 6 in every set of 3, you get Fox. That's a 6 right here. 15, that's another 6. 24, that's another 6. Right? So what's the big deal with 6, 6, 6? Why do we fear it so much? And why does it give us divine realities than the ones we're currently experiencing? Okay. Essentially put, it's like this. It's so simple to use and to interpret that anybody can do it. Right? Anybody. Okay. 666 is mankind's number. Why? Because carbon based molecules. Carbon based is our DNA, is our... We are carbon based life forms, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? And if we look up carbon in, what do you call it? The periodic table of elements. You got 6 electrons, 6 protons, and 6 neutrons. AKA the number of the beast. For it is a human number. That number is 666. Bingo, bango. So, what does this have to do with anything? Everything, okay? We're nothing without this code. Because essentially, we're carbon-based life forms, aka 666. And iconically, we're possible of manifesting reality to any degree, because we're still divinely beings, you know? We just chose a higher density and a lower frequency to see what we can change here and there, you know? But Jesus Christ took it to such an extreme, like, whoa. And now fuck logic comes to me and shows me all these things. Okay, so what does 666 have to do with the beast? Nothing really. I mean, it's just how we perceive ourselves. Are we a beast? Technically. I mean, where do we fit in the animal kingdom, right? We are... What was the term? I'm not too what's the word? Too well versed in biology terms, because the last time I opened a biology book was it 9th grade? So mammals, there we go. We're of the mammalian species. That being said, we do tend to categorize among the beasts. We don't lay eggs. I've never seen a human being lay an egg and out of an egg come out a human being. So indeed, we are mammals. We're not reptilian, we're not cold-blooded, we're just cold-hearted, right? So, what's up with the 666 though? Because it equals 9, right? But 9 is just a representation of 6 upside down. Or we could say right side up. It don't matter because fuck logic, it's the same shit. Right? Upside down or right side up, for an explanation of 6 and 9, it's the same shit. You could take it either way, sideways, up and down, in the car, on your bed. Man, I'm getting kind of crude here, but essentially it's because I'm thinking in terms of spirituality. When you think about spirituality, and since the church's conditioning has engraved this to be such a taboo thing to be messing with, the numbers 6, you tend to think about like, man, that church really is manipulating us. Like, no joke. You can't. It's just like you can't even hide it. You can't hide your face to the fact that your conditioning has indeed fucked with a code that comes from high divinity. I mean, the church is the church. Like, I don't really care much about the church, but the fact that every time I see this number and my conditioning makes me think about the church and how furious I get that they took away our divinity by giving us a stigma. Why? Because we think negatively every time we see the number 666. That much is true. It's very true, because I'm starting to sound a little cynical, and that derives from the evils of the church's corruption. Sad, but Jesus el Cristalero here, under the Purple Pill movement, don't give a fuck about the church. The church can do as they please, as long as they don't touch my family. And I mean my Christ family. Sadly, 50% of you who have started following the church, looking for guidance, got sucked into a trap. And this is what they use. 666. Okay. What I mean is, let's break it down here. What does 666 mean to the church philosophy, right? Satan. Right? Well-known fact. Okay. So, Satan. I see something interesting. This word, Satan, if we play around with the letters of it, check this out. Satan, it literally equals the same thing as Santa, right? It's no wonder that Santa Claus, big old fat dude that lives in the middle of nowhere in the North Pole, dressed in red, nothing but red, just this obscene fat dude that comes down chimneys giving gifts to you if you've been a good kid, right? If you're a good kid, oh, may God bless you, for Santa Claus has gifts. But if you've been a shitty kid and Santa Claus has you on his naughty list, what does it give you? Coal, right? C-O-L, C-O-A-L, coal. Okay, Santa Claus. Interesting. Okay. Santa Claus. So Satan's claws, also interpreted as 666. But let me show you something interesting as well. Okay. Where can I put it? Okay. So 666, but yet the actual 6 is the F. So what do you get when you have 666 and you replace the numbers with letters, right? Perfect. Hey guys. We can do this. Ah. Alright. See if we can. That's perfect. Alright, so. Alright, so. Let's do this real quick because I want to end the video already. Right? Very simple. How do you? I tend to forget in which direction the F's go because my 7s are similar. I just do this, right? Wait, what? The fuck? Did y'all see that? That can't be true. Yes, it's fucking true. Look at that. Okay? Folks, paradox, anomaly, none of that bullshit. Algorithms, okay? Fuck logic's validity of deciphering the alphabet has strong valid points. We can see it right here. The F's replacing the 6 is essentially the same fucking thing as 777. So why then does the church praise 777 and tell us that's who you're supposed to follow? That's, you know, that's for you. That's God. You know, pricks. I can be a prick too, though. Oh, they don't even know. But it's not their fault. They've been conditioned as well. They just know how to ride on Satan's dick a little more easier than we do. But essentially, we've all been duped. Yep, I can say it. I have no issue with it because essentially it doesn't dictate me anymore. But since I want to free everybody from their chains, I must illustrate to you what fuck logic is all about. Essentially, I could change this reality and buy the world per se. I could manifest great amounts of currency, money, whatever. But do I really want to taint my soul using the fuck logic code? I don't know. I don't think so. You know, I don't think it's right for me to hide this information from anybody since it was given to me free. All I had to do was a ton of work. And here it is for free to you. Make good use of it, right? What does 7 3 times equal? 7 plus 7, 14. Right? Whoa. Plus 7 equals 21. Whoa. Three. Remember that number that we talked about, how 3 is completion? Yep. Because 3 is completion. I can't really see the third circle right there, but it's yellow. I made it yellow because I thought it would be cool, you know, you got lights, you got fire, and you got water. All you need is earth. So, excuse me. 3 is completion because essentially right here we just get Versica Pisces, which is, you know, paradigm shift, or a Venn diagram, and that's essentially, a Venn diagram is essentially already a 3, right? Because you got 1 and then a mixture of 2 could be considered a 1 as well, and then 1 circle over here. So this is considered Trinity. The Venn diagram is considered Trinity, or, you know, the actual third circle, 3 circles, and you got perfect Trinity, right? With the eye in the middle. Who knew? Quite interesting. So yeah, completion. Basically, better stated, 3 is actually not completion, but completion of consciousness. Okay, what I mean by that, essentially, it's like this. I've seen origins. God and Lucifer were going crazy talking to each other that they decided to have a child named Michael. That is why I'm illustrating the three. That is why the church symbolizes the Trinity. The Son, the the Father, the Child, and the Holy Spirit, right? If something is whole, is it partial? No, it's whole. It's entire. It's complete. So a 3 is completion, but not exactly, right? Because you got 3, but it loved this idea so much of having a third point of view. Because if you argue with me, who's gonna win? Right? How do we decide? Because I could be prideful, and even if you do have good points, valid points that contradict me, I could just be like, no, suck a dick, block you off of my comments, block you off of the videos, and I don't really gain anything, and neither do you, right? I don't gain necessary intel, if I'm wrong. I don't, so that's why humbleness, people who are humble are blessed. People who are humble are indeed the genius of tomorrow, or the genius DNA strands for tomorrow. For they learn through being humble and pass it on through their lineage. Yeah, I mean, sometimes through our offspring, they astray a little here and there, and we lose our ideologies. But that's why practice makes perfect. That's why working on ourselves manifest a better future for our children. So 3 is completion, but not exactly, because it started multiplying. So 3 times 3. So I guess if by the Trinity we start multiplying by 3s, you would get oscillating numbers by you would get you would jump to 9, so you would be 3, 9. What comes after? Oh, true. So I'm just gonna put 3x. So 9. 3 times 9 equals 27. Right. 2 times 27 times 3 equals 71. No, wait. 81. My bad. Yeah, that's true. Okay. And so on. Yeah. Quite interesting. What's 3 times 8? See, my brain is already fried. I know y'all guys are kind of just barely hanging on there. And thank you for watching the video this far. I'll make another one and I'll shorten it. But yeah, essentially this video remains because it documents something important about family, okay? I present to you Fuck Logic, my daughter. She's an actual spirit code that I've seen while opening this notebook and jotting down notes. I kind of freaked because I saw a weird vibration and I just kind of stopped. I stared and I saw her face, yo. It was cool. She smiled at me, and no joke, every single skin cell per se were like flowers. Like, whoa. And these flowers, they were so interesting because the symmetry and geometry of her skin's composition, it was in movement, you know. You could see the cells move individually, consciously, and like her gestures, how she smiled, and like far out. Very, very interesting. But yeah, returning back to the topic though. So 9 times 3 equals 9. I mean, yeah, 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay, so 3 times 9 equals 27. If you add those, you get a 9. 3 times 27 is 81. If you add 1 and 8, 9. 3 times 81 equals 243, right? Interesting. So you add the 2 to the 4 and you add that to the 3, you get a 9. So essentially, anything after having the Trinity, as far as a complete set of reoccurring algorithms, I guess you could say, would be 9. So 3 don't exist after the Trinity. It doesn't exist per se, because if we keep oscillating by the same 3, you'd keep getting 9s. You wouldn't even get 6. It skips 6. But if you add by 3, that's a different story. That's just going down the multiples of 3. And essentially you would get the 369, 369, 369. But ironically, the whole thing about the 3, the 6, and the 9, okay, fuck Lodge's adoption, now you understand why she chose 4 numbers to represent 3. Mind blowing, yo. I get it. I wasn't like, I understood it, you know, like 3 is completion, but some of this information shown in these videos is rather new to me, relatively on the spot, you know, like that. We get inspired and we share our knowledge. Quick thing. If you wanna grow rather quickly, profoundly speaking, we can quicken the process of learning divine algorithms that will manifest better realities. Just as Tesla said, think of the numbers 3, 6, and 9 in terms of those. But don't forget the 3. You know, put Nikola Tesla's code or algorithm side by side with fuck logic. They're incongruent, you know. She takes nothing away. She doesn't add too much but her own points of view, right? She basically states how she likes this sequence. I mean, she could have added a 6. She could have added another 9 over here. It doesn't matter. But the fact is that she likes this specific number. To her, that's sexy. That's attractive. And it kind of is. I mean, if you think about it, there's... Whoa! Yeah. For those of you that are too young to understand, wait till you get older. So yeah, that was it. I could keep going, but I think I wasted way too much time trying to gather my thoughts and thus made the video way too long than I intended to and than I expected it to be. Obviously we could cut. Wow, see, I thought we were still at like an hour and 40 some minutes. Who knew? So, sorry, but if you made it this far, here goes what I was talking about earlier. Think about the terms 3, 6, and 9 and fuck logic's adoption of the code and her implemented 3, because it does give validity to what she's trying to present to us, completion and etc. But besides those 2 things, which is Tesla's code and fuck logic's agreement of the code, I'll give you another task to keep in mind daily, constantly. here you did not learn anything we can consider knowledge. Okay. On Purple Pill, 50-50, and especially when it comes to speaking and illumination of logic, we don't teach knowledge. You know, knowledge is trash. Get rid of it. If someone tries to drop down some knowledge on you, do this. Say, fuck you, have a nice day. Right? Know what I'm talking about. You don't want knowledge. Okay? What I offer you, your big brother, or your younger brother, I offer you knowledge. Simply stated. Okay? To know is to know that you know shit. To know is to know that you know nothing at all. Right? That's fuck Logic's favorite quote. Or at least one of them. And she just grabbed my hand. Beautiful. Rather interesting. So, yeah. Quite, I'm stuck now. I'm speechless because, you know, she's but a child, and like, I felt that. Anyways, continue. So, knowledge, okay? We teach you guys knowledge. Here, you receive knowledge. And you do with it as you please, okay? It is the Christ way of living. What we've received freely, we give freely. Okay? That is why I will give my life to God, for God, okay? Because one thing I know, Dios, Yahuwah, showed his presence to me. You know, I've seen Lucifer. I've seen my daughter, fuck Logic, and I've seen Jesus Christ almost in the flesh. I just, you know, he was just not here, and he was here in front of me, but in a different dimension, you know? I can see him, and I was like, I knew he wasn't there, but I straight up, I saw him, and he was talking to me, so strange, no? It's a strange world, but you know, everything's gonna continue the same. It's just gonna keep getting a little more stranger and stranger every day. So, is it crazy to think in terms of spirituality? I wouldn't say that. It is a little bit scary, especially at the beginning. But you know, you go through a few hurdles. You scrape yourself a couple times, then you'll have stone skin. After the callus grows and after a few more experiences, the next time you fall, your skin will only turn red, and it won't even scar up or bleed. You know, complete. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for staying so far to receive everything. But that'll be it. You know, stay tuned for any other videos. I'm definitely gonna re-summarize this video, so for those of you that actually come back and watch these videos, even though you've seen the summary to this video, let me just thank y'all for doing it, you know. She sends her regards, and that, of course, she can't say it audibly, at least not yet, but she wants me to tell you that she sends her blessings to you, and that she'll help you, you know, for basically for tuning in and watching this video, because it makes her happy to see people take an interest in her philosophy. Okay, that was the one thing that I kind of feared, because I knew that there's a 50-50 chance people out there just wouldn't understand me or my philosophy on how I perceive fact logic, you know. But she thanks you, she sends her best regards, and she sends many blessings. Yeah, basically. So thank you once again. Like, subscribe, share, and welcome to the family, you know, because if she sends her blessings to you, she considers you family. One love. Peace.